Alright guys, I had started on the painting process, and not too bad. Like it has a good texture to it, but it's really thick. So I think I might try to paint this other side with it being that thick, just this right here, and then come back in with some acetone and thin it out, because as you can see in some of these spots here, it was just, I don't know, it didn't lay on very well. So with it thinning out, hopefully it'll last me a little bit longer. This took me about half a can just to do this, and so with it thinned out, hopefully it'll be able to stretch a little bit longer and fill in some of these spots that was missed. I did do a wire brush on this side of it, and so I'm going to do the wire brush on this side of it. It's super windy today, so I think best thing to do is just kind of push this on mute, and you can listen to the crappy music that's on my software or whatever. So anyways, I think I'm also going to cut these off, because honestly that's just extra weight. I mean, between both of them might be 2.5 pounds, but if we don't need it, we don't need it. So I also picked up rims and tires I bought for 200, I think. It's either 200 or 250, but it does have the rims and the tires. Obviously these are pretty bald, but that one's not so bad, and I got another one that's over there that's not so bad. It's about as good as this, but I figure by the time I buy new tires and then mount and balance, if I can just get away with $200 for a little while anyways. But yeah, let's finish busting off the rust and wire wheel the rest of the rust and some of that paint, so we can get some good adhesion, and then we'll like I said, we'll paint this side, and then we'll come back and put some acetone in there, and then do the rest, and hopefully it'll look pretty decent. So alrighty. That wasn't fun, but got pretty much everything wire wheeled off and like wiped off. probably, I would say 90% done, 80% done. Last thing I need to do is take off the back tires, and we'll put the new ones on, and then whenever the back ones are off, we can paint behind that. But that's the main thing that we're missing. I might come back through and do a couple, like after this dries, maybe a second coat, real light kind of skim coat. But it's not the best to say the least. But you know, it's a 5-foot paint job, so you know, 5 feet away looks pretty decent. You know, if you don't look underneath, it'll be fine. But yeah, no, the main thing we wanted to do was cover it back up with paint so it'll stop the rusting and prevent rusting and all that stuff, and make it look somewhat better. Even though this may have streaks and maybe some runs here and there, it doesn't look like the rusty white. So that was kind of the gist behind that, I guess. So that took a long time. I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but I don't like painting. You would think, if you know me, you would think painting would be the best thing ever, because it makes a huge difference and it's fairly cheap. And this does make a huge difference, and I can't remember how much, 20 bucks, 30 bucks for the paint, and I still have, like, I don't know, maybe 2/3 of a can left. So I hate painting. I don't know what it is about it, but anyways, next thing, let's see, I need to probably take off some of these, take off one of these lug nuts, and I know I need 10, see, 11, 12, maybe 13. We'll probably make it even. We'll probably do 14 lug nuts. Once we get those 14 lug nuts, then we'll put the new tires on. But yeah, that's what those will look like. 205, 75, 15. But, and I think I probably will hit this leaf spring and axle and stuff like that. I might hit that with just some spray paint, because it'll be a lot easier. It'll be a lot easier to spray paint that than to, I guess, brush paint it or whatever. But, alright, that's where we're at. Might take a week or so, because I gotta get some moolah, because we gotta get the lug nuts, and then we gotta get the decking for this. I already got the screws, and like I said, I do have the wiring for it. So alrighty, hope this wasn't too boring, but I'm sure as soon as I leave off one step, somebody will be like, what happened to the other step? So there's not a lot to this. Hope the music wasn't horrible. But yeah, basically it's wire wheel, brush it off, and paint it on. So, and then I know my battery died somewhere in there, so I don't know how far it got. So maybe this will be a really short video. Alright, so this is a pretty close match to what we got. That'll kind of fill in some of the splotchiness, I guess. This will be the most satisfying, I guess, if I can figure out how to hold this. Starting to run out. So. Ta-da! Well, that looks a whole lot better. Alright, y'all comment right, and we'll catch you again.